Her little hand in my rough one. The first time her tiny fingers wrapped around mine, I felt something I'd never felt before. A promise. A responsibility, and a love so deep it scared me. My hands were rough from years of hard labor, but her hand was soft, warm, and trusting. That moment I silently vowed that as long as her little hand was in mine, nothing in this world would harm her. Her name was Aman, and she came into my life when I least expected it. My wife, Sarah, passed away during childbirth, leaving me with a newborn daughter and a heart heavy with grief. I was a man who had always worked with machines, tools, and calloused palms, but I suddenly found myself holding something so delicate that I was terrified I might break her. The first nights were the hardest. I would sit by her crib, watching her breathe, afraid she might stop. The house felt too quiet without Sarah's laughter, and I didn't know how to fill that silence for Iman. All I knew was that I had to keep going for her. Raising her alone wasn't easy. My days started before sunrise. I'd change her, feed her, drop her at my mother's house, and then head to the construction site where I worked. My hands grew rougher with each passing day, but every evening when I picked her up, she'd reach out and grab my finger, as if to remind me that my hands were more than tools for work. They were her safety, her comfort. When Aman turned 5, she started school. I still remember walking her to the gate on the first day. She looked nervous, her tiny fingers gripping mine tightly. "Baba, don't let go," she whispered. I knelt down, kissed her forehead, and said, "Never, Aman. As long as you need me, I'm here." But life had its own tests. When Aman was 8, I lost my job. For months, I searched for work, my hands idle, but my heart restless. I started driving a rickshaw to make ends meet, often working late into the night. Some nights she would sit beside me on the couch, holding my hand as I drifted into an exhausted sleep. She never complained, never asked for more than I could give. One winter evening, I came home to find her waiting with a small cup of tea she'd made herself. "Baba, your hands are cold," she said, wrapping her little palms around mine. That simple gesture, her warm hands around my rough ones, reminded me why I was fighting so hard. Years passed, and Aman grew into a bright, determined young woman. She excelled in school, often telling me, "Baba, one day I'll take care of you the way you take care of me." I'd just smile, because to me, her hand in mine was all the care I'd ever need. The day she graduated, she walked down from the stage, ignoring her friends and teachers, and came straight to me. In front of the crowd, she took my rough, weathered hands in hers and said, "Baba, these hands gave me everything. I'm here because of them." I couldn't hold back the tears. Now, as I watch her preparing to leave for university, I find myself holding her hand one last time before she steps into the next chapter of her life. Her hand is no longer small, but the feeling is the same. Comfort, trust, love. Because from the day she was born to this very moment, her little hand in my rough one has been the only thing that's kept me going. And I know, no matter how far she goes, a part of her will always be holding on.